I'm excited today to bring you Denver's Historic Homes Episode 1. I've been wanting to do a video about the historic homes in Denver for some time, and there are so many. One of the things I really love about Denver is that it has a really interesting history. A lot to do with gold mining. In fact, in 1858, a group of prospectors from Georgia settled the banks of the South Platte River in the shadow of the Rocky Mountains in hopes of striking gold. And they sure did. Rumor got out throughout the US, and people from all over started traveling to the Denver area by foot, by horseback, and by covered wagon, also hoping for their chance to strike it rich. Denver originally was a settlement of just 4 temporary little mining towns. Permanent homes began to be built in the late 1860s, although hastily, which is why a lot of them don't remain standing today. Construction improved around the 1890s, which is why most of the homes that we see standing today in Denver are still here. So you won't find a lot of homes that date back prior to 1890. An unlikely place for a city, Denver, as I said, did start out as a small mining settlement, but unlike a lot of other temporary mining settlements that are now ghost towns in the US, Denver stayed strong due to the ambitious early settlers that really wanted to make Denver work as a city, and now here we are. So today we're going to take a look at 5 historic homes in Denver. Let's check them out. Anyone who has lived in Denver for more than a few years is familiar with the names Daniels and Fisher. Hailing from New York, William Fisher met his future partner, M.B. Daniels, in Iowa City in 1870. Enticing Daniels to come to Denver, in 1872 they entered into a lucrative partnership and founded the Daniels and Fisher department store, the largest in Denver at the time. William Garrett Fisher, the co-founder of Denver's famed Daniels and Fisher department store, hired Frank Edelbrook to design his home at 1600 Logan Street. The entrance to the mansion features iconic columns and carved stone lions. Inside, Fisher appointed the home with mahogany walnut, bird's eye maple, and rosewood. Later, a wing was added to the north of the home for use as an art gallery and a ballroom. A stage was also constructed for the wedding of Fisher's only daughter, Barbara. Unfortunately, William Fisher died in 1897, just a year after the mansion was constructed. The family continued to live there until his wife's death. Over the years, the home was used as offices, a chiropractic clinic, a religious temple, and then the International House, an organization that assisted refugees and immigrants. In 1889, real estate developer David C. Dodge and his wife Nanny built a large mansion on Capitol Hill at 1173 Pennsylvania Street. They invited their close friend John Gillily, treasurer of the Denver and Rio Grande Railroad, to build a matching mansion next door, seen here at 1143 Pennsylvania Street. In 1927, the twin mansions were purchased by Dr. John Henry Tilden, who built a wing joining the two houses and used the complex as a tuberculosis sanitarium. The buildings were later converted to condominiums. In 1991, 1143 Pennsylvania Street was painted stark white. The homes have since been restored to their original red brick. Now, as I said, there are a lot of historic homes in Denver, and you can buy one. Some are newly remodeled and look super modern on the inside. Some retain that old school charm, and some need a lot of work. But if you're looking to buy a historic home, I'm your guy. I love these homes, and I'd love to help you find one. Also constructed in 1889, is this home at 1200 Pennsylvania Street, one of the best examples of architect William Lang, who was a prominent architect in Denver in the 1890s. Built of rusticated gray rhyolite, the Richardsonian Romanesque mansion features fine stained glass windows and a tower that looks a lot like a castle turret. Walter Dunning, who made a fortune in real estate, built a home which he sold in 1898 to Mitchell Benedict, a Colorado Supreme Court justice. The Benedicts lived in the home until the 1930s, after which it was used as apartments, which it still is today. Prominent architect William Lang and Marshall Pugh designed this rusticated stone mansion for real estate entrepreneur George W. Bailey in 1889. The Queen Anne-style home features a rounded corner tower and a wraparound porch with columns and a pediment echoed in a third-story balcony. In the 1930s, the mansion was converted into medical offices. After World War II, it became a popular restaurant, the Tiffin. After the restaurant relocated in 1956, the mansion was once again used as offices. One of Denver's most popular wedding and event venues is the Grant Humphreys Mansion at 770 Pennsylvania Street, overlooking Governor's Park. James Benton Grant served as governor of Colorado from 1883 to 1885, after making his fortune with the Omaha and Grant Smelting Company. He commissioned architects Bull and Harnoy to design the mansion in 1902 after outgrowing two other Capitol Hill homes. The new mansion was ideal for entertaining, as Grant could host his business associates in the large billboard room, while ladies visited with his wife Mary Goodall Grant in her spacious parlor. Following Governor Grant's death in 1911, Mary continued to live in the mansion until 1917, when she sold it to Alice Humphreys. In 1927, after Humphreys' husband, oil tycoon Albert E. Humphreys, became embroiled in the Teapot Dome scandal, he shot himself in the mansion. Whether the death was a suicide or he was cleaning his gun for an upcoming hunting trip is not known. As a result, many say the house is haunted. Today, the mansion is owned and maintained by the Colorado Historical Society. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you liked this video. These historic homes are awesome. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so that you're alerted every time I come out with new content. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.